If you haven't switched over to Facebook Shops from a personal Facebook Marketplace profile yet, I highly recommend that you do so. I recently did about, 2 to maybe 3-4 weeks ago or something like that, and it's been a complete revelation. It's been great, okay? So in this video specifically, I want to talk about 10 reasons that you should stop dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace with your personal profile and instead move over to Facebook Shops instead, okay? So first and foremost is that it's a tax write-off, right? So with Facebook Marketplace specifically, when you're doing it from your personal profile, you can only input a social security number, right? And it's great to get you started that way, but with Facebook Shops, you can actually input your business's EIN. The main difference and benefit there is you are going to avoid paying a lot less in personal income taxes if you're writing those write-offs on your business with your business EIN and reporting it as a business income instead of reporting it as a personal income with your social security number, right? And so that's going to equate to, it doesn't really matter how much you're doing, you're going to net a lot more money, and obviously the more you make, the less you'll obviously pay in taxes and the more you'll net on your business, right? It's a no-brainer. I'm not, going to get too involved with it, but if you have any questions, just reach out to an accountant or Google it a little bit, but just trust me on this one. You are going to make a lot more money and net a lot more profit simply by changing over to Shops and doing the same exact thing that you're doing with the same exact products, because you'll be able to write that off on your business and you won't have to claim it as personal income, right? And I actually did see a little caveat here. The only place I saw it was on phone, like on mobile with the Facebook, like when you're actually opening up the Facebook app. But it does look like they're integrating very, very soon. They were playing around with it and then it disappeared. As always, like you see these little features and then they disappear, or like some people get them and some people don't. But like there was like an option to bulk select a bunch of your listings and then move them over to Facebook Shop, right? I had it about a week ago and then it disappeared. I don't use that, but obviously that's a good sign going forward that it is an option, so that if you start with a personal profile, you can then bulk transfer them all over to a Facebook Shop. And it's very, very easy to open, okay? Number 2 is that you don't need to renew listings, which I absolutely hate and I'm completely over with, okay? On personal Facebook, with your personal profile, you have to go in and renew listings so that they move back up to the top of Marketplace every 7 days roughly, right? And I haven't noticed a strong correlation. Like even if you don't renew listings that have been selling very, very well, they still do typically tend to sell well. You don't need to renew them. But for the other ones that have been selling a little bit sporadically or like not selling at all, to give them another chance and move them up in search results or to move them up in Marketplace so other people see them, you do want to renew those listings. And trust me, when you're listing, 50, 100, 150 products every single day, the renewals, it literally takes you like an hour or sometimes 2 to go through and renew all of your listings. It's an absolute headache. I hate it. And I don't think that that's a feature that you have in Shops. You don't need to worry about it, okay? Number 3 is also very, very important. I think number 1 is the most important, but all these are very, very important because you'll net so much more profit. Number 3 is more ambiguity. So one of the things that, kind of a lot of people started to realize toward, the last month or 2 and maybe a little bit more before that, was that you could snipe other people's listings on Marketplace, right? So what a lot of people teach is that you can go and like find, like dropshippers on eBay and profitable products on eBay that are selling very, very well, and then snipe those listings, find the supplier, list them on the Marketplace yourself. And that works great, right? But an even easier way is find somebody that's selling very, very, very well on Marketplace and is also drop shipping. And there are so many different strategies to do that. It's very, very easy. You can go into a Facebook group and see who's, in there, who's selling well in there, literally find their profile. You can do like, you can search and reverse engineer like private label brands on actual Marketplace and then find all the people drop shipping those brands, find them, list their top selling products by simply monitoring their pages and seeing which products move up to the top of their pages, because those are the ones that are selling well, or those are the ones that they're renewing or making adjustments with. And chances are if you see products over and over and over again going to the top of their actual profile, it's because it's selling over and over again. Snipe that product, maybe undercut them, maybe doesn't, maybe don't. I don't think that really matters that much as long as your prices are somewhat competitive, because it's not like a search result that's like, cut and dry, where like if you search for for a wireless mouse. Like everybody that sells wireless mouse is going to be in a search result order. It seems like Facebook, a lot like eBay, shows and Amazon shows different products based on different searchers and their geolocation in the world and obviously in the country, right? So the whole point there is like more ambiguity with shops, because if for example, like I moved over to 2 different personal profiles because I was selling for my main personal profile, and I realized that was happening, and I didn't want to make myself a target, so I opened up a new Facebook profile, started selling a lot more from that one because a lot of people were obviously sniping, and I knew that. Not necessarily me, although I'm sure there were people sniping me. I was sniping other people, and it was just like this round robin thing. So like now, obviously I have ambiguity with my other personal profile that nobody knows like who that's under, but also I have ambiguity because nobody necessarily, a lot like Amazon or eBay or something like that, like you can name your Facebook shop whatever you want and people won't necessarily be able to find that unless they know your store name, okay, and they know what to search for, right? So it gives you more ambiguity, and it obviously protects your best-selling items so that if you find something great, you don't have to worry necessarily about other people sniping it, at least as easy or even close to as easy, right? Very, very important. Number 4 is one that I haven't really kind of gotten involved with yet because I haven't seen the need to, and honestly my shop has blown up the past 2 weeks. It was selling well before that. Now I'm getting probably, I don't know, 40, 50 sales a day, probably on pace, I think. I don't want to jinx it, but on pace to do at least 10 to 15K profit this month, not just with shops, but like overall with the drop shipping, and shops is the biggest part of that. So my shop has been absolutely nuts. If you guys want to learn how to do that, obviously not specifically with shops, but just like drop shipping in general, obviously Dropship Pro, always linked in the description, and that will get you started and on the right track. It's exactly what I do every single day in my own drop shipping business, okay? But more automation is coming very, very soon. There's some automation out there. Like I know you can create like a Shopify store and like automate it through the back end that way. You don't need to do any of that, but the whole point here is the whole reason I'm saying that is like there's not a whole lot of automation. There is some for personal Facebook profiles and selling on Marketplace. There's a lot more going to be able to have the ability to integrate in the back end of a Facebook shop that will really, you know, make maybe potentially order processing automated, obviously listing automated, and a number of other things, right? Like product research, you know, maybe giving your VA, you know, access to the back end of your Facebook shop with certain features. A lot of different stuff coming there. There's a lot more potential there for automation, especially in the future. And that's a big thing to help you scale your business with less time invested, right? And obviously I'm looking for all of those. I'm constantly, you know, out there trying to find new ways to automate, new ways to improve my business, new ways to take my time out of the equation. And then obviously I relay them and I put them, you know, in things like the courses and make YouTube videos about them as well, okay? The next thing was a big one that I realized recently, and that's that you can pretty much multitask on Facebook shops, right? So what do I mean by that? You can multitask on Facebook shops, meaning like while my VA's listing on a potential computer, right? So he's listing from the same IP address on one of my other computers onto Facebook shops or potentially on a Facebook Marketplace. Well, with Facebook shops, he can be listing while I'm fulfilling orders, so I don't have to wait for him to be listing, right? Which you might not even realize that that's a thing, but one thing that I noticed that like typically correlated with a suspension was when there was too much frequency of things coming from one profile and one IP address. What do I mean by that, right? So for example, when I used to get suspended a lot, I would notice it was after a lot of volume came from one account, meaning like my one VA would be listing from a personal Marketplace profile, listing a bunch of things while I'm answering messages and fulfilling orders on a different computer from the same IP address. And this is kind of a guess here, but I would assume that if Facebook saw like a lot of different things happening, maybe they're suspecting automation there, maybe they're suspecting something's fishy there, and so they just suspend you first to protect their customers and protect the people on Facebook to make sure and make you verify, right? And this is again like just a guess, but I saw a strong correlation. This happened 4 to 5 times on personal Facebook profiles, and I have literally been doing it nonstop with Facebook shops. Haven't had an issue yet, okay? So you can multitask, you can be doing a lot of different things. I'm sure there will be integrations a lot like Amazon or eBay, or even like something like Udemy, for example, like anything like that where there'll be an integration where you can give your VA access. I don't know if it exists right now. I don't think that it does. You can give your VA access to a certain potential back-end part of Facebook shop while you're doing something else there, right? So like it's what I'm saying is like there's a lot more potential for automation, like I said, but there's a lot more ability to multitask because they look at it as like a business operation instead of like something coming from a personal profile. I don't know if I lost people there, but trust me on that one, it's been huge, and I haven't had an issue with shops. Had a lot of issues with volume and different frequencies of listing, answering messages, and processing orders in the same day with a personal personal Facebook marketplace profile. Okay, I'm all over the place here, but obviously that's going to be a big hindrance if you want to scale your business. Okay, the next one is just overall a better interface for sellers. There's so much better about the Facebook shop interface for sellers than there is with a personal Facebook marketplace profile. Literally everything's better. They seem to be taking it more seriously. They're updating it frequently, and it seems like obviously shops is like their long-term e-commerce play that they're building out, and like Facebook marketplace like personal profiles was literally just like the kind of thing that they had running to get them started, kind of beta test certain things, and then obviously they want to push the majority of their serious sellers to Facebook shops and integrate them that way. They're taking it a lot more seriously, they're upgrading it a lot more, and obviously it's just a better experience and a better interface for sellers, right? The next one is that there's better Facebook support. This is hands down. I haven't run into too many issues yet on Facebook shops, but there is like that ability to like message Facebook support on Facebook shops from the back end of business.facebook.com, obviously, whereas you don't necessarily have that from just facebook.com. Contacting support and getting in touch with support, unless you have like a previous support ticket, which is a little bit of a workaround, you respond to the previous ticket, is still a headache on personal Facebook, whereas on business Facebook, they respond not right away, but they respond a lot faster, and it's a lot easier to get in touch with Facebook support should any issues arise or should you get suspended in the future or something like that, right? Whereas like if you run into any issues on normal Facebook, like good luck, it's a complete headache getting in contact with somebody, and 99.9% of the time, if you do, it's automated and it's a bot. Next one is there's way more shipping carriers, and this is something I noticed recently. There's way more shipping carriers that you have the option to choose when inputting a tracking number, right? On normal Facebook, you just have FedEx, UPS, and and USPS, the post office, right? Well, there's probably, I don't even know how many, like 100 maybe 50 different carriers that you can choose from when inputting your tracking number via the back end of Facebook shops. So one of the ones that I use all the time is DHL, and also I have noticed that there's like Amazon and eBay ones in there. I've never tried it yet. I still do use OA Genius for my tracking numbers. I convert them, but I do plan on testing a few Amazon tracking numbers, a few eBay tracking numbers, a few maybe Walmart. Like if those are in there, I plan on testing them in the future. I just haven't run into that issue specifically on Facebook shops because I don't use Amazon and eBay all that much anymore. Although the next time I do, I really want to test it out to see if like they have an ability to convert or track that. I'm not sure how they would, but it is an option for you to actually pick that carrier and input a tracking number, so there has to be something there, right? So that's obviously a massive advantage. The next one is better search capability, and this is huge, okay? So for example, if you run into an issue on normal Facebook, like with your personal profile, like an issue with a past order, or you want to look up a certain piece of inventory, like it's a lot more difficult to find an order. It's a lot more difficult to search a name. In fact, what you have to do is you either have to go to your past sales or your past shipping orders, scroll all the way down, and then like do like a search on the page. You can't actually search like in Facebook. You have to do like a control F search or a control whatever it is on Mac search on the actual physical page and search for the name or search for the actual number, right? And it's a headache. Well, on Facebook shops, there's much better search capabilities, right? So that you can search through orders easier, you can search through names, you can obviously search via order number, etc. There's a number of different ways to search. Obviously, you can search through your inventory and make adjustments easier. You can also make bulk adjustments easier. So it's a complete game changer with search capability via the back end. You can find orders, you can find, solve issues so much faster with like literally a quick search. Game changer. And finally, one that I'm still not really sure of, although I see this all the time, and I actually wanted to check this before I made this video, but I forgot. But I keep getting this message on my Facebook shops that like there's no fees until I want to say it's like June of 2022, which means I don't know if that's still a thing on Facebook Marketplace specifically, like with personal, because I was under the impression there was no fees up until January 2021, right? So I don't know if like they also just like pushed it back on Marketplace, or if this is something they're specifically doing with Facebook Shops and just pushing it back with Facebook Shops. I think it's more the latter, where it's just Facebook Shops, but again, I'm not sure. So if anybody has any idea, drop a comment down below and let me know, right? But let's just assume it's just Facebook Shops. So obviously that's a massive advantage, because right there is 5% more that you're not paying every transaction. That is 5% added to your profit margin every single time, because they're not taking fees out until June, I think, or like July of 2022. Again, I always see the pop up, but I forgot to check, okay? So that's a game changer as well, okay? But that's 10 reasons that you should stop dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace with your personal profile and instead move over to Facebook Shops, right? This is not just a list that I created, although I created a list obviously because I was thinking them and I wanted to put them down to make sure I didn't forget anything. But this is literally something that I've been doing every single day in my business, and my Facebook shop has blown up recently, okay? I'm telling you, take the leap of faith. Even if like you're more comfortable on Facebook Marketplace specifically with your personal profile, take the leap of faith. You don't have to move everything over, but just start testing it out, because there's going to be a lot more capabilities coming in the future. This is literally just the tip of the iceberg, and it's already hands down a lot easier to manage, a lot easier to obviously operate through there. And there's so many better functions of shops than on Marketplace, okay? So if you guys appreciate the value in this video, give it a thumbs up. I genuinely appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.